front of Laysan. Vento's away well. On is being bustled by Neil Payne to get into a forward spot. Invitation will settle just off the pace on the inside of Ed Mandy. Hunter Winemaker trapped 3 deep. Alan Robinson trying to slot in midfield. Then Deep Moss on his inside. A gap to Freeman's Flag. Mount the Moon followed by Sir Markey, and dropping out last Army Reb. Coming around the first turn, and Vento led at a generous pace. A length and a half to on the outside of Gala Ball. Laysan is 3 deep and pulling. Invitation on the inside of Ed Mandy, followed by Deep Moss on the inside of Hunter Winemaker. Well back then Freeman's Flag, followed by Mount the Moon, and the last couple Sir Markey and Army Reb. 700 out as they come down the side. It's Vento the leader. On the outside of Gala Ball. Laysan 3 deep in the green and pink colours, followed by Invitation looking for the way out, and then Deep Moss and Ed Mandy, and Hunter Winemaker's going to be carted very wide on the corner, followed by Freeman's Flag and Mount the Moon, and that's Hunter Winemaker with the yellow cap, widest runner on the turn into the straight. Vento clear as they straighten up over Gala Ball. Deep Moss getting the rails run. Invitation about to hook across their heels. I don't know that he's doing enough though. Gala Ball and Deep Moss are fighting it out. It's the Ron Quinton pair. Gala Ball on the outside and Deep Moss. It's a Quinella coming up. Gala Ball, Deep Moss. Gala Ball about a head on Deep Moss. Invitation running to the line strongly now, but Gala Ball hands and heels too good. Gala Ball a neck to Deep Moss, a Quinton Quinella. Invitation third, was closing on them in the last little bit. A distant
unplaced favourite was Hunter Winemaker at 11 to 4, and as I mentioned, Ron Quinton, terrific jockey in his time, and becoming a very good trainer. Quinella's the race, and Brad Pengilly. Brad was able to win his first Metropolitan winner at Rosehill on the weekend. He's only been out of his apprenticeships for a couple of weeks. He resisted using the whip on that horse, Scala Ball, and it paid off. Deep Moss second, Invitation ran third. Now, Gay Waterhouse provided the winner with Prima Barchi in the second race, a $40,000 yearling. She proved she had web feet. That's Prima Barchi, not Gay. The favourite in the second race, as we take a look at race number 2, over the 1,100 metres, the favourite was number 2, Emotive at 6 to 4.
Very awkwardly, and she's going to tail out a distant last Miss Romblon. Away brilliantly, Prima Barchi speeding to the lead over Red Knight. Emotive is getting straight into the box seat, followed by Rippling Mill. Express Odds are rising. High Officers out very deep, and then Flying Celebrity, followed by Southern Lass, Miss Kent, and about 20 lengths away is Miss Romblon as they come around the first turn. 700 out, Prima Barchi the leader. Red Knight in second place. 3 lengths away, Rippling Mill. A bit more than a length to Emotive, being niggled a bit as they near the turn. Making ground along the fence, Southern Lass, followed by Flying Celebrity, and then Express Odds, the widest runner. High Office, followed by Miss Kent and Arising. Into the straight, Prima Barchi about 6 off the fence, got away from Red Knight. Rippling Mill has pulled to the outside. She's running on gamely, followed by Southern Lass. Prima Barchi going strongly at the 200 is well clear. Red Knight in second place. The others look to be struggling, and Prima Barchi is well clear with 100 to go. She's handling the going to a nicety. High Office wide out, getting home pretty well in the last bit, but Prima Barchi is going to lead all the way, and she runs them ragged. Rippling Mill got second, High Office third, followed by Emotive, and then Flying Celebrity.
Nicely ridden by Jason Lee there, who claimed the 3. Prima Barchi is out of the Sir Tristram mare Fun at the Fair. Now, Fun at the Fair was owned by Waterhouse's father, champion trainer Tommy Smith, who sold the mare to a leading Hong Kong trainer in foal to Rory's Jester. And as I mentioned, Prima Barchi eventually turned up at the Melbourne yearling sales, where Gay Waterhouse paid $40,000 for her. Good win in the wet, beating Rippling Mill and High Office. Now, the third race at Rosehill was won by Snow Beauty, and a nice performance by the Anthony Cummings trained Snow Beauty. Planet Green and Snow Beauty had a terrific 2-horse war down the straight. It was Rod Quinn and Kevin Moses at their best. Both the first 2 horses handled the going very comfortably. The winner is by Danehill. The winner scoring by no.
Special, but only 7 lengths off the lead. At the 1,000 metres mark, Planet Green over racing a touch, led by a half to Snow Beauty. A length away, Cappuccino. Leg by in the centre, and Lively Mariah races 3 deep. 2 lengths away, Duendi, and a length and a half to Something Special on the outside of Free Kick. 700 out, the leader, Planet Green. Snow Beauty second. Cappuccino getting a cushy run third. Lively Mariah covering ground, followed by Leg By, 2 to Duendi, 2 and a half Something Special, and dropping out a fairly long last now is Free Kick as they come around the corner. Planet Green is first into the straight over Snow Beauty. Cappuccino's had a lovely run behind them in the white colours close to the fence. Then Lively Mariah, and 100 yards away the others, headed by Leg By as they turn for home. Straightening up, and Planet Green is tackled in earnest by Snow Beauty. They've quickly come away from Cappuccino, who found little. Coming to the 200, Planet Green is about a head on Snow Beauty. 3 3 lengths away. Cappuccino, Planet Green and Snow Beauty are fighting out a tooth and nail struggle. Planet Green's ahead in front. Snow Beauty is trying to pick her up, but Planet Green is clinging to that lead. Oh, yes, and will just get in, I think. Not much in it. Planet Green probably a nose to Snow Beauty on the outside. They streeted the others. Now, Due Endy's in a photo for third with...
Lively Mariah was the unplaced favourite at 4 to 1 in that third race at Rosehill. There's Snow Beauty coming back with Rodney Quinn in the Bart Cummings colours. Doesn't ride too often for Bart Rod, but certainly making the best of his opportunities. And that horse heading to Brisbane for the Stradbroke Handicap after a very good win in the mud at Rosehill. Planet Green second and Cappuccino third after the third race. Now, race 4 at Rosehill, another slog as we take you to Rosehill for the placing of Yallar's Star, which was a particularly good win.
Vardis jumped smartly, and so did Campfire Slave, followed by Sinecure. Sir Twickenham is out very wide on the track. That's the ghostly grey horse. Yallar's Star, one of the leaders, and there is a swarm of them. Sir Twickenham on the extreme outside forges to the front over Yallar's Star. In third place is Sinecure, who's deep on the outside of Quo Vadis. Then Campfire Slave, followed by You Call Sir. Zoff's Delight close to the fence. Further back in the field is Bargain as they go by the 800 mark. Out the head of the others came Paper Trail, Baycan, Empires in that bunch right off the track from Red Furno, then Paramin. Freeport is a mile back and Moretti back with him as they near the turn. Sir Twickenham the leader, Yallar's Star second, Quo Vadis third. There's one dropping out sharply, Campfire Slave. Close to the fence is Red Furno improving as they turn for home. Into the straight now, and the leader Red Furno getting up inside horses to join Yallar's Star. Not much between them. Yallar's Star and Red Furno together, 300 out. They're about 3 on. Bargain starting to run on strongly down the extreme outside. Yallar's Star headed Red Furno. Bargain is trying hard to pick up Yallar's Star. They wanted to scratch this mare. She's revelling in the going. Bargain is driving now. Yallar's Star still in front. She's holding them at bay and she'll get home for Alan Robinson. Yallar's Star wins from the fast finishing Freeport. Bargain is third. Moretti fourth coming from last.
Yeah, well, the connections certainly do owe the stewards something there, the Thoroughbred Racing Board stewards, because they wanted to scratch that horse and the steward said no. They must let the horse run, and Yallar's Star, they did point out apparently Yallar's Star was second on quite a heavy track a few starts ago. So they told Anthony Cummings to run the horse, and it paid off. 7 to 2 equal favourite with Freeport 7 to 2 equal favourite, and Bargain was third at 16 to 1. And the punters were on good terms with themselves there with the equal favourite slogging it out. OK, let's have a look now at the next event, which was race number 5. The race was held over 2,000 metres, and Sir Rossi giving trainer Steve Engelbrett a nice win here for jockey Craig Agnew.
Front, Tonka is second, Aloha Run third, Mars King on the fence, Yelleroy's 3 deep, 1 man out, even a little wider, followed by Spying and Lively Lad last, 8 lengths off the lead. To the 600 mark, it's Sir Rossi in front. Aloha Run is getting up on the inside of it. Tonka is making a line of 3 with the white cap, followed by Yelleroy. Mars King is now off the bit and hard ridden. In fact, he lost ground on the turn and he drops back sharply here, Mars King, as they corner. Sir Rossi is in front, straightening up over Tonka with the white blinkers. Mars King close to the fence is starting to run on again, and Spying has come out of the pack with a good run. 1 man out is right out in the middle of the track. They've got to get Sir Rossi. He's a mudlark. He's revelling in it. He's well clear of Spying and Mars King, and then 1 man out. Sir Rossi drifting right to the fence, but he's holding them at bay. Mars King, desperately ridden, is making a late drive, but Sir Rossi hanging on, and he leads all the way to beat Mars King, who ran his race in patches. Looked like he was going to run last on the turn, but he got going to finish second. Spying's in third place, and then Yelleroy followed by...
Yes, Sir Rossi there for Steve Engelbrett and Craig Agnew. Good ride. The second horse, Mars King, ran his race in patches. The horse by Marsco, the same sire as the runner-up. So an interesting event. Race number 5 with Sir Rossi scoring at 12 to 1. The favourite running second, and Spying at 7 to 1 was third. We go to the 6th event at Rosehill Gardens, and this was the return of Yippee-I-Yo. Ran a fairly safe return to racing, Yippee-I-Yo, over this 1,200 metres. The favourite in the event was the eventual winner, Yallar King.
Smartly, Gaelic Thunder, the grey is Waku Lash. Fantasia in the purple with the white cap is out deep early. Now, Yallar King, after that slow start, showed a terrific zip. Look at him getting right along the fence, and he's joined the lead. He's gone to the front now. Yallar King, after being 3 lengths last out of the barrier, has raced to the front. Pimpala Prince in second place, Waku Lash third, followed by Gaelic Thunder. Out very deep is Fantasia, followed by Obsessed. The bright green colours belong to Al Man's Joy, followed followed by Ripper. Yippee-I-Yo is last of the main bunch, and tailed off a hopeless last is Entertainer. Yellow King is a mile in front on the corner, straightened up about 6 in front of Pimpala Prince, followed by Alman's Joy, and then Obsessed and Waku Lass. This has been an amazing performance. Can he keep going? Yellow King 6 in front, Alman's Joy giving chase, and I reckon he'll get home pretty quick in the last bit, followed by Obsessed and Pimpala Prince. Yellow King's rider had a look back. Alman's Joy is motoring in the last bit. Yellow King in front. Alman's Joy is rocketing to him on the outside, and they're wide apart. I'm leaving it between Yellow King and Alman's Joy. They're 8 or 10 horses apart. Ripper will be third in front of Obsessed. Pimpala Prince. Yippee-I-Yo made up good ground.
That's probably one of the toughest finishes all day, but Yellow King holding on to win there as punters welcome back Yippee-I-Yo to racing. Yellow King was ridden by Kevin Forrester and Anthony Cummings, a winning double. It's a full brother to earlier winner Yellow Star, who won race 4, both by Yellow Prince out of Siliri's Pride. So don't the Yellow Princes just love the going? Rising Above was second and Montana Sands third. And in relation to that race, Jeff and Beryl White very happy with Yippee-I-Yo's return. The Caulfield Melbourne Cup favourite of last year made a very good return to racing. The track, of course, well, it probably wasn't the best to really gauge on, but Adam Denham, he brought that horse back yesterday after he won the Group 3 Craven Plate at Randwick last October. So Yippee-I-Yo is back. Now, race 7 over 1,500 metres at Rose Hill. The even money favourite was Yaquina Bay. It just eased from odds on to start even money, and a nice win in race number 7. Yaquina Bay, ridden by Peter Losh.
Montana Sands the leader, nearly a length now to Rising Above. Yaquina Bay in third place, 2.5 to Mystery Card, or Blue Gum rather, followed by Dance Hall Dame, then Mystery Card, Luigi the Great, Babu's Boy, well back as Luther, and Emery can't pick his feet up as they come to the turn. 500 metres out, Montana Sands just the leader from Rising Above. Yaquina Bay's had a lovely run in transit. Peter Losh easing out 3 deep as they turn, 2 lengths away Blue Gum, and the others are a mile back, and the jockeys' mothers wouldn't recognise them. In the straight, 300 metres out, Montana Sands tackled by Yaquina Bay. They're having a battle royal. Look at the little fella fight back. Montana Sands, Yaquina Bay's got his measure now. Yaquina Bay starting to draw away under hands and heels riding. He loves the mud, and he's a pretty good horse, this bloke, and a perfect ride by Peter Losh. Yaquina Bay racing away to win. Rising Above has kicked again to get second. Montana Sands weakened slightly for third. A distant fourth, Blue Gum, and then Babu's.
Yes, Yaquina Bay the winner for Neville McBurney and Peter Losh. Peter Losh doesn't get too many opportunities in the city. Rising Above second, and Montana Sands was third. We just had a little problem with our computer, you might have seen there. And in fact, in that previous race, which was race number 6, Alman's Joy was the horse that ran second to the favourite Yellow King in race number 6, with number 4 Ripper running third. So they were the placings 10, 11 and 4 on race number 6. Let's go now to race 8 on the program, and the final event at Rose Hill Gardens on the weekend was over 1,200 metres. The favourite was Kidlat at 10 to 9, leading all the way. It was a good win by Kidlat in the final race.
Horses to go to the front over the Grail. Getting to third is Avian Way. Sound Lyric is scrubbed along to hold a forward spot, followed by Pirate Yarn. 2 lengths away, Grey Dawn, and then Admiral Luskin, followed by Umpire, who's well back and being hunted along in the early part, and back last is Tricidity. Coming around the first turn now, and the leader in the event is Kidlat, held well together, led by a length to Avian Way, the Grail third, Pirate Yarn fourth, a length away Sound Lyric, and then Grey Dawn. 2 to Admiral Luskin. Umpires giving them a big start as they come to the corner, and Tricidity is last. 500 out, Kidlat is first into the straight over Avian Way. The Grail on the fence, followed by Pirate Yarn, Sound Lyric and Grey Dawn. Umpire's about to be pulled out, but he's a mile off them as they turn. Kidlat is revelling in the going. He dashed away coming to the 200, put about 3 lengths on the Grail, followed by Pirate Yarn. Kidlat is well clear past the 200. The Grail is running on strongly in second place, but Kidlat clear with 100 to go. The Grail trying hard. Kidlat's holding him safely as they get near home, and Kidlat leads all the way to win. Won by more than 2 lengths to the Grail. Pirate Yarn third. Umpire made up plenty of ground without ever looking a hope, and then Grey Dawn.
Yes, for Canberra trainer John Morrissey and jockey Glenn Perry, the Grail running second, Pirate Yarn third. Kidlat missed a chance to win the Town Plate at Wagga to come to Sydney and win on the weekend at Rose Hill Gardens. So just cleaning up race number 6 on the program at Rose Hill. The winner there was Yellow King for Anthony Cummings and Kevin Forrester. The minor place getters were Alman's Joy 12 to 1 and Ripper at 10 to 1. Just getting our racers confused there, as it can happen. There are plenty of them on, aren't there? All right, now let's have a look at Johnny Tapp's selections for you right now. These are horses to follow. High Office, Freeport and Ripper. High Office, Freeport and Ripper are 3 horses to follow. The latter, trained by Brian Guy, should win a race pretty soon. After this break, we'll be back to look at the Australasian Oaks program at Morphettville on the weekend. Yeah, the Group 1 Schweppes Oaks was the feature event at Morphettville on the weekend. La Volta's win was slightly overshadowed by the sensational late scratching of New South Wales filly Bonanova. Bonanova was deemed to be held by a barrier attendant and denied a fair start. More of that in a moment, but firstly let's look at the courageous win of Examine the Books in the listed Sun Smart Stakes. A perfect ride from last to first by Dwayne Dunn. The favourite was the top weight, Lauderdale, starting at 22-1 in favourite.
Chester jumped all right. Ophelia beaten for early speed. So too was Finality as they settle fully into stride. And clear the 1400 where Chester led. But Odysseus, showing great speed, has raced around the outside of the field today and wants to control the race. Second placing as they sort themselves out, Wrangler Chief, and they were followed then. Moving up into third spot into a good position, Clay Fighter. Garib held up on the inside of horses. Chester eased back there after being forward early. Oxford Blue takes off around them. So does Raja Jazz, and they were followed by Love's Choice, ridden very quietly on the side at the 1000. Chester back in the centre, Garib back to the rail. Then Tornero, and they were followed further back by Designer Style. Vanelti's having no luck, it's wide. Ophelia on the inside, and last of all, Examine the Books about to make a run. 800 out on the side, and Odysseus is the leader. It shows the way by 1.5 lengths. Second placing, Clay Fighter, back 1.5 lengths away, Raja Jazz wide on the track. And under a little bit of pressure, over on the inside, Wrangler Chief, and in between those horses, Oxford Blue. Right around the outside came Vanaldi from the rear, and following it up was Love's Choice, the favourite, followed by Examine the Books, and then Chester. Garib got shuffled back when they sprinted. Ophelia, Tornero, and last of all, Designer Style. Odysseus led in the straight. In second placing down to the 200-metre mark now was running on Love's Choice, and so too has Examine the Books from well back in the field. Examine the Books has raced up very quickly down the centre and quickly shot to the front, wanted to shift about. Love's Choice in the centre, and then on the inside Odysseus, but it's Examine the Books in front, and Examine the Books wins from Love's Choice, Odysseus, and then came Wrangler Chief a close fourth. Ophelia ran on, Clay Fighter.
Yes, the favourite, in fact, was the horse that ran second there, Love's Choice. Lauderdale started favourite in the first event at Morphettville on the weekend, but it was a good win, wasn't it, by Examine the Books, turning a last to first performance, coming from the tail of the field to win in the listed $40,000 Sun Smart Stakes. Drifted from 5-1 to start at 7-1. Scoring by a length over the favourite Love's Choice, with early pacemaker Odysseus running third at 32-10. Now let's look at the next event, which was race number 3, the Veuve Clicquot Stakes, which for set weights for the 3-year-olds. And the favourite here, they were equal favourites. The top one, Carla Stair, along with Pennyweight Point.
And last of all, 1.5 away, just dropping back a little now is Our Grades. They go to the 900, and Prince Standard still the leader. By 3/4 to Tokyo Bow. Third, Carla Stair travels sweetly. Fourth, Pennyweight Point likewise. Then a length away to Obscenic, the inside by the 800 from Super Sun as they quicken up now. And 1.5 lengths to 2 away, Our Grades. Preparing to come around the home turn. Prince Standard by about 1/2 length. Tokyo Bow. Pennyweight Point comes 3 deep. Carla Stair, the grey, biding its time, waiting for run near the inside. And then Super Sun around Obscenic, easing away from the rail, and Our Grades was last and swishing the tail. Around the home turn, 400 to travel now, and Prince Standard quickens up considerably. A length off Tokyo Bay. Then came Pennyweight Point. Carla Stair still angling for run off the rail. Can't get out at the moment. And down the outside, Super Sun, Obscenic, and then Our Grades. But the leaders now, Pennyweight Point. It's raced up on the outside. Goes to Tokyo Bow. And then over on the inside, Prince Standard. But this Western Australian had a good rap on it. Now it's going to go to the line. Hard held. Pennyweight Point, what a soft, sweet win. Seconds tight, maybe Prince Standard from Super Sun. Tokyo Bow followed further back then by Obscenic.
OK, well, Pennyweight Point starting the equal favourite there with the top weight. That was Carla Stair. And a good win by Pennyweight Point, starting equal favourite. Heads now as the one to beat in the SA Derby. And a very good win in the listed Veuve Clicquot Stakes, despite winning at Ascot in Perth 7 days earlier, and then having 2 plane trips and a little time to settle in new surroundings. Pennyweight Point really thrashed her rivals at Morphettville. Bookmakers did gamble against Pennyweight Point too, easing from 14-10 to start 18-10. Now, race 5 was another one of the feature events on the weekend at Morphettville, a listed race, the KPMG Stakes over 1,100 metres. Let's take a look at the good win in race number 5 of Walnut.
Then Adelaide Express, Ocean Ranch, Where's Talk? It's out 3 and 4 deep. Back on the inside, the Ash Flash, and even deeper around the outside of those. Then Cubicle, and last for home is back behind those, Grego. In the straight, Show No Emotion led Danajaya. Jerome Juranovic under pressure. Easy Landing likewise. Walnut taking time to pick them up, and Talk is coming with it down the outside. Show No Emotion the leader, but here's Talk and Walnut now putting in their claims with Easy Landing. Show No Emotion drifting out. Walnut comes after it. Show No Emotion the leader. Walnut makes a dive. Oh, dunno. Show No Emotion or Walnut, they're out underneath us. Behind them together, Easy Landing and Talk. A break of a couple to Ocean Ranch. And
back from 22 to 10 to start 18 to 10. Favourite Walnut scored by a nose there from the classy Victorian Show No Emotion, who eased from 2 to 1 to start 25 to 10 after the heavy support for the winner. Johnny Hawkes now faces a decision what to do with Walnut. She is nominated for the Group 1 AWA Goodwood Handicap at Morphettville on May the 16th, and also the Group 2 $150,000 Angus Brute at the same track on Adelaide Cup Day on May the 18th. I think Johnny Hawkes, he said he favoured the 3-year-old race on Monday in preference to the open sprint on the Saturday. OK, the major race of the day at Morphettville on the weekend was the 6th event, the Australasian Oaks, the Schweppes Australasian Oaks, with La Volta backed in from 2 to 1 to 14 to 10 favourite, and ridden a treat by Danny Burton for Colin Alderson. Have a look at the start here, where Bonanova was held by an attendant and declared a non-starter.
And I would suggest, as a precaution, folks, wherever you're watching or betting around Australia, just hold on to your tickets in case. Down the side they race, and the leader moving down towards the 1,000-metre mark is Purbright. They haven't gone overly hard. A half in front of No Mystery. 2 lengths to La Volta. The favourite backers and connections couldn't have asked for a better run. 4th over on the inside, Caniana, as they quicken a shade. Then came Gliding Light, and right around the outside, Bellandella Dream, and also Court Dance, and also Innocent Kiss. They're going to get them rushing up front now as they come to the 700. Going on with it too is the Kiwi Parvan, and dropping back was Lisa's Game. But let's go back to the front markers as they come to the 600-metre mark, where Bellandella Dream has gone up quickly and joins the one over on the inside, Purbright, and they were followed up there with them too is No Mystery, and around them Innocent Kiss. La Volta's going to angle around them, I would fancy, and they were followed further back just behind them by Caniana from Lisa's Game, and Madonna runs up hard behind that division, and they were followed further back by Court Dancer, and also Gliding Light. Down to the 200, No Mystery led, but he lets her go now, La Volta, and she pinged to the front, the favourite. Look at her go. La Volta got 2 in front. The interest is going to be in the minors. This is Colin Alderson and the connections, 2 parts of the way to this huge bonus. La Volta easily. Second is either Parvan out wide or the locally trained Madonna the inside. In between them.
Yeah, a sensational start to that race, which saw New South Wales filly Bonanova. We're going to show it to you right now. Bonanova declared a late scratching. That certainly took the gloss away from the brilliant win of La Volta's Group 1 Schweppes Australasian Oaks. La Volta scoring by around 3 lengths. But, yep, it was declared a scratching, Bonanova. It was a scrappy old start, really, in the Oaks. And Colin Alderson taking another Group 1 race. Danny Brereton, another Group 1 for him, and Pavana Madonna, the minor placings. Now the Aurarian Oaks double now for La Volta. Now, the 7th race at Morphettville was the Honda Stakes. The Honda Stakes is another Group 3 event. And let's have a look at Toledo, who ran second to General Nadim at its last start, turning the tables on Declare.
By Declare, and then Will Fly, and last as they turn for home now with Scandinavia getting her run was Mint Condition in the straight, and out wide Excel Pilot has shifted ground badly, takes Fragment out with it. Scandinavia is on its inside, got a bit of a bump there when Excel Pilot shifted ground, and a point went to the front. Prime Ruler down on the inside, it's a point out wide, the leader, and trying hard Scandinavia. A point is hanging on. Scandinavia is coming quickly, and so is Toledo. Here they go, Toledo! Toledo got there. Don't know about the minors. A point, Scandinavia inside of them, and down the outside late Declare. What a huge Goodwood handicap.
Yeah, Toledo too good for Russell Cameron and Dwayne Dunn. Declare second, and a point running third in race number 7 from Morphettville, the Group 3 Honda. The Dr Pepper Mile finished the day of racing in Adelaide.
And goes ahead of a couple, Nick Matt and Tembo Tembe, the stablemates. The leader as they move onto the side, Noble Chief, about a half in front and steadies now. He's dropped off to a crawl. Second, Exponential. Third, My Pebbles. And AV8 is now seizing the opportunity when the pace slackened to sneak around the outside and go up and join him with them making a line of 4. Mac Rest behind them. So too Stylish led wide, and over on the inside is Silks for Madonna taking a shortcut. With them too was Maximore, about 3 away from the rail, and then Bold Spirit. Deep Sars has always been wide, prey for rain train ahead of it. And also Eastern Harvest and Ride On from Nick Matt. Round Lake not travelling at the moment. Apollo Helios and Tembo Tembe. Around the turn for home, and Exponential went to the front. Noble Chief didn't find a lot, and now My Pebbles revs up out wide, and Aviator's still there from Maximore. Back to the inside, Noble Chief, but hard pressed, and then McRest trying to pick them up. 200 out, and Exponential's called it a day. Aviate and My Pebbles draw clear. They look like they might fight it out, although Nick Matt has started to work home on their inside. Aviate and My Pebbles, and then Nick Matt, and Nick Matt coming after them, but Aviate took the lead, and Aviator's won from My Pebbles. Nick Matt got to third, fourth Eastern Harvest. I think SARS has been an enormous run. 3 and 4 wide throughout. It's run about fifth. With it, Maximore.
Aviate, the winner, just beating My Pebbles and Nick Matt in that final race from Morphettville. Darren Holland, the winning rider. It was a good day, wasn't it, the Australasian Oaks? That carnival will continue next week. Pennyweight Point, one to watch in the big races coming up there in South Australia. La Volta and Declare. They are 3 to watch. Now we're going to look at one race from Ascot in the west, which was the listed Bolton Stake. In fact, the Bolton Sprint. It was over 1,200 metres. Let's take a look. Darren McCauley's your caller.
Power Quest and True Lover travelling beautifully on the fence, but at this stage can't get a run. He's now coming off the heels as Power Quest started to hang a little around the corner. True Lover's off the rail, and here comes Mystic Chantry down the outside. Jack Sorbetter's immediately under pressure, headed by True Lover, and Mystic Chantry are now getting an inside run on a swing. It's True Lover at the 150 in front from Mystic Chantry from last Spook. Spook's coming with a brilliant run from the tail. The grey Spook hit the lead, and Spook will get up to win the Bolton. Spook's come from last to beat Mystic Chantry and True Lover third. Then came on a swing, well, Jack's or better. I'd say they might be...
Yeah, the Bolton Sprint, the listed event at Ascot, going to the Neville Parnham trained Spook for Paul Carberry, who rode a winning double at Ascot on the weekend. Mystic Chantry and True Lover, who was well supported, into third spot. Now, Darren McCauley's late mail. Let's have a look at it. McCauley's mail from the west, and Darren suggests Saranto, Riscatif and Spook. The winner of the Bolton Sprint is one to follow. That is Racing Review. We certainly hope you've enjoyed our coverage of racing. Next week, we're back again. We'll have a look at Rosehill Gardens in Sydney, Caulfield. The carnival continues in Brisbane at Doomben, and also Morphettville in South Australia with Ascot as well. So have a great week of Racing on Sky. From Nick Robin, see you soon.
Servicers tackled by Stampede and his Planet Hollywood. General Team on the outside, gone straight past.
Also won this morning, and I'll probably have a
Tune and Daratana, Tuscan Villa.